Does he have ace queen? No! No!
No, sir. No, I'm not in position.
Pay that man his money. 10-8. That's a fold. That's a fold.
I really want to see his hand.
Get out of the way. We have a limp from a crazy person. Victor stared in disbelief, realizing he had been outplayed at the very last second. And we're at the even mark. And we're starting the day off with 20 sweeps coins. For those of you who don't know what a sweeps coin is, that's why it says SC. There's no dollar symbol. It just shows a symbol of an S. Guys, we're starting off strong. First hand of the night. First hand of the stream. Aces. Let's go. Let's go. We're going to bump it up to 40. First hand of the night. Watch it fold around. How crazy would that be if it folded around? Guys, we got aces. We got a caller. We got two callers. We have the ace of hearts. So we have the nut flush draw. We have the nut flush draw. Bad run out. On this flush draw board, I don't think anyone's going to stab, so let's put in money for them. But we're going to bet small, hoping to get calls with other flush draws. And they're going to raise with all of their actual flushes. They're going to raise with all their actual flushes right here, right now. So the fact that nobody raised gives us another chance. But here's the thing. We want to give them another chance to raise. So I'm going to bet small again. And again, see what they do with their flushes. They're gonna raise all their flushes here. They're not gonna let two streets go by without getting more money in. So I'm gonna raise it up and see what they do. We got one fold, and I can get calls from queens. Okay, all right. We get ooh. I'm just gonna go all in here. I don't think he's got a flush. I think he's got like ace queen, ace jack maybe. And we're just gonna go all in, try and get a call from ace queen, ace jack, and try and beat them with our trips. Because he had two opportunities to call with a flush, and he does not have the flush. We hit it with the queen. Let's go. Perfect read. Going off to a perfect start. People, this is what poker is all about. Let's go. But it is what it is. 6-3. Garbage. Garbage. It's all garbage. 6-3 is garbage all day. It's just garbage. All right, now we're gonna be in the cutoff, and what are the poker gods going to give us? 3-4. The poker gods say, look, man, I gave you pocket aces, and you were able to jam on the river from max value. We got a cool down. We need a little cool down. We gotta send you some trash hands over your way, because we gotta have a little bit of cool down here, because if we don't cool down, we can't just have you running hot the entire session. That's ridiculous. So, that's fine. You know what, poker gods? You know what? I'm fine with that. We want to play 8-handed. Why do we want to play 8-handed? Well, because when we have those strong hands like pocket aces, the fewer players we're playing against, the lower the chance that we're going to be able to cooler people. Because the lower the chance people actually have good hands that they want to play, and worse than ours. I mean, every hand is worse than aces, but you know what I mean. Jelly bean. 10-4. Roger that. 10-4. Roger that. Should I just say that every time? We're just going to call this the Roger. We can call the 10-4 the Roger hand. Just 10-4. Roger.
Roger. Huh? Roger, Roger. What's our vector, Victor?
Okay, so we have a bet in position. And then checks back on the turn. Oh, when the ace came out. It's a king. He's got a king here. He's got a king here. Capstar's got a king. Look, man, I don't know what to tell you. It's just so obvious when you play against these players. It's just so obvious. King 10 on the button with a late position raise. Oh, he's short stacked. He's short stacked. Let's get a heads up with the short stack. Let's get a heads up with the short stack. Because I think I'm going to be able to outplay him post flop. Is he going to jam here? He's going to jam here. That was a bad move. I'll tell you why it was a bad move. It was a very bad move because number one, what's he raising with that's worse? And number two, if I raise, he can't call. He has to shove. So it was really a stupid play on my part. My bad. My bad for making stupid plays. It's an unfortunate occurrence. Let's bump it up to 40 here. With pocket sevens on the button, we finally got a hand we can play. It's been a while. It's been a while. But we finally got a hand we can play. And we got a call, and the big blind is going to probably call. Most likely he's going to call. Bray K Poker Boss. Okay, 3-bet. So 3-bet in these games is never a bluff. But we're going to call to try and step mine. We're going to try and call. We're going to call and try and step mine. Guys! Guys! If he has an ace, we are shoving here. We are raising to 1050. If he's got an ace, oh, we are sitting on money. Oh, shit. Not if he's got ace queen, though. Fuck. Fuck. Does he have ace queen? No! No! That was so unfortunate. We were solid. We were good. Oh, we were good. No. Bray K47. What's his actual name? Bray K Poker Boss. I'm out for blood against Bray K Poker Boss. Bray. I just realized. Realized what, you may ask? Well, if you want to know, you gotta ask me in the chat. All right, King Jack on the button. That's what I like to see. Jack King off. All right, let's raise it up to 60. I'm gonna raise it up to 60 here on the button with King Jack off suit after it goes limp. Limp call and limp call. What's up with the sevens? What is up with the sevens? We're going to bet small here. Try to get calls with worse. Get them to raise their sevens right here, right now. Get them to raise their sevens right here, right now. No raises, but the flush comes in. We're going to bet small again. Let's go 80. And we get the fold with king high. Let's go. Let's go. And this is how you slowly build up pot. Slowly. In Hebrew, we say lat. Slowly. Demasiado. Wait, that means too much. I meant despacito. Let's go 40 here in the hijack with ace jack suited. AJ suited. Agitated. All right, now we're gonna check it over to luck box. See what he does. We're gonna see what he bets. We're at 95. Is he gonna bet here? He checks back. Okay. So what's his range? So let's bet into him. Let's overbet the pot. Why? Because we are targeting hands that, okay. I'm going to tell you anyway, even though we got the fold. I'm going to tell you anyway, because some people are here for the poker strats. Some people are here for the poker strats. I don't know about everybody, but some people are here for the poker strats. The poker strat there was, so a lot of people, when they are trying to run a bluff, they want the fold immediately. But a good poker player knows that he wants, when he's starting to run a bluff, he wants the other player to call first and then fold later. Why? Because then you make more money later. So if let's say on the flop you determine that the player's range is really capped and they do not have strong hands, then on the turn you can bet to get them to call with those weak hands. And we're talking about like flushes and straights, all those inelastic hands that aren't going to fold to a bet before the river. You want them to call, and then you can bet the river and get them to fold. those straight draws, those flush draws that missed, and the like one pair type hands. So we're trying to get them, we're trying to get all those hands to call so that they can fold by the river. We'd rather them not fold on the turn so that we can get that extra money in the pot, those extra big blinds. In that case, it would be an extra buck, buck 10. I think that's what we bet. So that was the idea there. And that's why we wanted to overbet the pot, because we thought that with an overbet, we know that he's capped because he would have raised with stronger hands. And with an overbet, top pair might call an overbet, but the same top pair might fold by the river. So that's what we were doing there. Oh, Bray Poker's in here. Bray K is in here. Oh, limp 3-bet. I'm just gonna fold. With ace 10, he's only limp 3-betting this with better. He's only limp 3-betting this with better. So it's just a clear fold, and I'm not. Limp 3-bets don't mess around. Especially if he knows anything about what he's doing, he would not be. He would know that a raise from the big blind is very strong. I probably should have just checked back. Ace 10, probably not good enough to raise from the big blind, right? Let's raise it up with King Jack and see what Luckbox does. Luckbox calls. We get the top pair and a flush draw. We're going to check it over to Luckbox, see what he does with that information. And he bets really small, quarter pot. So let's check raise to $1.20. And he folds. Okay. I thought he would call with like his flush draw type hands. All right, 8-9 suited. 8-9 suited. Let's go in the cutoff. 8-9 suited in the cutoff. We are here to play some serious poker, guys. We are here to play some serious poker. I can't even say that with a straight face. We have a limper. This guy, we know that he has a raising range, so we're gonna raise it up to 40. I probably could have gone 50 there. Probably could have gone 50. But we're fine with 40. We get the middle pair of 8s with a flush draw. We're going to check this back. Why, you may ask? Why are we checking back? Well, because these players are not necessarily betting with their flushes right off the bat. Now, that was a very small bet. We're going to call with showdown value and a straight draw. And the ace. I'm not a big fan of that ace. The pot is 195. He checks. We're going to check back with showdown value. We're fine with it. And we win. Let's go. Okay. So he bet with a flush draw, which is understandable. See, that's why the thing about sizing, you can always, not always, but you can very often go by sizing. Like, the fact that he bet small was so indicative of his hand. And we saw in the previous hand, he bet big. So his sizing is definitely indicative of his hand strength. Ace Queen of Hearts. This is where we win our money back. This is where we win our money back. We're going to raise it up to 50. Why 50? Well, oh my gosh. 3x. We're not going to win our money back with ace queen. Ooh. Pocket jacks, guys. Round number 2. Everybody folded when we had ace queen of hearts, but now let's see where we're at with pocket jacks. We got fold. We have one caller. ZZB, he was the one who raised to $1 that last time. And he did it again. So we're going to 3-bet him. We're going to 3-bet him to $4. And let's see what he does with that. Get it heads up in position. Okay. Oh my gosh. So he's just doing it light then. He's just 3-betting light. Here's what we learned about Z-Smart. Oh, he's not Z Smart. It's Z-Mart. Or maybe Smart. He's very, very smart. Very, very smart. He is. Z-Smart is very, very smart.
No, sir. No, I'm not in position.
Pay that man his money. 10-8. That's a fold. That's a fold. Motown.
I really want to see his hand.
Well, now we got 2 players under 100 big blinds. Because we lost some of our stack very early on when we had full house against full house. Okay, but oh look, everyone's got the 7. You got a 7. You got a 7. Everybody gets a 7. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Should we 4-bet this? Let's 4-bet this. Let's just go to 450. Ninja Wa. Tens, ace. Let's go. Thank you. Thank you. And we're at the even mark. We're at the even mark. Let's go. Guy's shoving with 10s. He was like, what? But you I don't want to fold my 10s. So when these players get to this place of I don't want to fold my 10s, they just go all in because they don't know what else to do. Like they don't know. They're going to call, then they're going to be out of position. They just want a raise. Guys, I'm just going to fold King Jack offsuit. But it's such a small bet. It's 60 cents. The flop, it's 60 cents to win 280. We just have to call here. Then we'll just fold to any bet if we don't hit. Lock in. Lock in. Pocket jacks. Lock in. Lock in. A limp. We have a limp from a crazy person. We have a limp from a crazy person. Get out of the way. We have a limp from a crazy person. Out of the way. We got a limp from a crazy person. So he's calling a lot of trash. None of the draws get there. We're betting small here. 50. Try and get weaker stuff to call and strong stuff to raise. Okay, straight draw gets there. So we're gonna bet small again. Let's go maybe like 110. Straight draw gets there. Let's see what Anna does. She just flat called. And now we check back with King 9. They could let's extract a little bit of value, a little bit more value from like a 10 or a 9, like an ace 9 type hand. Oh, I should have just checked back. That's King 9. That's King 9. They just let you off the hook every time.
40s, that's a fold. It's a fold. E.T. fold home. 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 I just felt it. I was like, King 3 suited. I don't know. I feel like it could be a play, but it's not a play. It's not a play. It's raise the first in, but he's not the first in. The Z-Mart is the first in. We are not the first in. If we're first in, then maybe we have to get through 3 people, and maybe we got the fold, but we're not the first in. Z-Mart is the first in. And Z-Mart is going to call, so we don't get nothing. We don't want to go King 3, heads up, or 2, 3, 4 way. We don't want with King 3. Samantha's royal flush was unbeatable. But she had bluffed. Her hand was actually a pair of tens. Marcus's two pair was strong, but not strong enough. Tommy's jacks were outmatched by Evelyn's king-queen, but she had folded early. In a stunning move, Jack revealed a hidden card from his sleeve, a joker, a wild card in this underground game. With the joker, his pair of eights transformed into a full house. Eights over queens. Jack scooped the massive pot, his calm demeanor never breaking. The room fell silent, the players stunned by the unexpected twist. As Jack collected his chips, he whispered, "In poker, it's not just the cards you're dealt, it's how you play the hand." The night ended with legends born and secrets kept. A reminder that in poker, fortune favors the bold and sometimes the clever. That was the dumbest poker story I've ever heard in my life. All right, we got a call. Mystic Celery or Mystic Ellery. I don't know. Is it Mystic Celery or Mystic Ellery? Who knows? We're going to c-bet this. Small, get him to call with his weak stuff, raise with his strong stuff. He calls. Let's overbet the pot with my... Actually, you know what? Let's check back with... I think we have showdown value. I think he's got plenty of straights and flush draws. Okay, so he had two pair. Wow, I'm so glad I didn't bet into him. Okay. Ace 8. Let's raise this up to 40. Let's go 50 in the cutoff. In the cutoff and button, I'm usually gonna go 40 plus limps. So 50 is fine, and we collect it. Okay, two decent hands. Now we're gonna go card dead again. No, it's been a while. I think we're due some good hands. We are due some good hands. Okay, now we're gonna raise it up to 3 because we're starting to get out of position. And so cutoff and button, we start off 4x, but anything other than that, I'm usually gonna go 3x. Okay, let's check it over with top pair. See what he does. He checks back. Let's check again. Pot is 75 cents. There's an ace on board. He bets 30. That's less than half pot. We're going to call. And then we'll check that over. 135. 50 cents. We're going to call that. And he has an ace. Okay. There's nothing we could do there. He bet so small. I mean, we lost the minimum. He probably could have bet bigger and we would still call. All right, back to my storytelling. The pot was an eye-watering $10 million. Elena glanced at her cards, Ace of Spades and Queen of Hearts. Victor's eyes narrowed as he peeked at his hand, King of Hearts and Jack of Hearts. The flop came down, 10 of Hearts, 9 of Hearts, 3 of Clubs. Victor's heart raced. He had a straight flush draw. Elena's mind raced too. She had an ace high. But Victor was dangerous. Victor bet aggressively. Elena called, her face unreadable. The turn card, 8 of Hearts. Victor's straight flush was now a reality. But Elena didn't flinch. She pushed all in. The river card was revealed, Ace of Hearts. Elena's hand was now a royal flush. What? What? How was Elena's hand a royal flush? She had Ace of Spades and Queen of Hearts. The flop was 10, 9, 8 of Hearts. Okay. Anyway, let's assume she had a royal flush. Elena's hand was now a royal flush. Ace, King, Queen, Jack, and 10 of Hearts. The crowd gasped. Victor stared in disbelief, realizing he had been outplayed at the very last second. The aftermath. Elena stood, her icy demeanor melting into a rare smile. Victor nodded in respect, defeated, but not broken. As the chips were pushed across the table, Elena leaned in and whispered, "In poker, it's not just the cards or the luck. It's the courage to risk everything when it matters most." The room erupted in applause. The legend of the Ice Queen was sealed that night. The story of drama, risk, and the ultimate triumph. That was a stupid story. Why do these AIs love royal flushes? Especially when the royal flush isn't even there. What the heck, man? In the mystical land of Eldoria, where dragons soared above the emerald forests and magic flowed through every river, there was a legendary game known as the Celestial Poker. This was no ordinary card game. It was said to be a contest between mortals and gods, where the stakes were not just gold, but fate itself. Kalen was a roguish gambler with a mysterious past. Known across villages for his uncanny luck and sharp wit, he traveled Eldoria seeking the fabled Enchanted Deck, a set of cards forged by the ancient gods, rumored to grant the wielder unimaginable power. One stormy night, Kalen found himself in the shadowy tavern of Blackthorn Hollow, where whispers told of a secret game held once every century. A poker match against the Fey King, ruler of the mystical Fey Court. The Fey King appeared, his eyes shimmering like stars, offering Kalen a challenge. Win the game, and the enchanted deck would be his. Lose, and his soul would be bound to the Fey realm forever. The cards were dealt on a table carved from moonstone, glowing with ethereal light. Kalen's first hand was strange. His cards shifted and shimmered, changing suit and number as if alive. The Fey King smiled, revealing cards that sparkled with cosmic energy. With every bet, the stakes grew beyond gold. Visions of Kalen's past, future, and deepest fears flickered in the air. The river card was dealt, glowing with a radiant light. Kalen took a deep breath, trusting not just the cards, but his instincts and courage. With a bold all-in, he revealed a hand no mortal had ever held, the Dragon's Heart Flush, a mythical combination said to summon the spirit of the ancient dragon guardian. The Fey King's eyes widened, the enchanted cards burst into flames, and the tavern was filled with the roar of a dragon. Kalen won the game, claiming the enchanted deck. The Fey King bowed, granting Kalen a wish. Instead of power, or wishes, or riches, Kalen wished for freedom for all bound souls in the Fey realm. The Fey King smiled, and with a wave of his hand, the souls were released. Kalen became a legend, the gambler who dared to play poker with the gods and won. Should we do another one? Listen, this is how I keep myself entertained when I am card dead, so let's do another one. In the ancient mist-shrouded city of Spires, where magic and intrigue wove through every alley, there was a secret tournament known as the Arcane Deal. Here, the greatest minds, mages, thieves, and tricksters gathered every decade to play a game of poker with enchanted cards. The prize, a single wish, granted by the mysterious entity known as the Dealer Beyond the Veil. This year, the tournament welcomed an unexpected challenger, Mira, a young apprentice sorceress. She had no noble lineage, no famous mentor, just a quick mind, a sharper tongue, and a battered deck of cards inherited from her vanished father. Among her opponents were Lord Varric, a warlock with eyes of fire and a reputation for ruthless cunning. Lady Sillin, a fey illusionist who could charm the truth out of a stone. The silent stranger, whose face was always hidden beneath a silver mask and whose magic was feared by all. The cards were dealt. The dealer, a shadowy figure with hands made of swirling smoke. Each card shimmered with magical runes, and every hand brought not just chips to the pot, but strange effects, illusions, whispers of the future, even glimpses of players' secrets. Mira played cautiously at first, watching as Lord Varric conjured flames to intimidate, and Lady Sillin blurred reality with her fey glamour. The silent stranger never spoke. But somehow always seemed to know when to fold. As the night deepened, the magic in the room grew wild. Mira found herself with a hand she didn't recognize. The moon's mirror and the star's shadow. Cards whispered about in legends, said to reveal one's true self. We pick up King 9 offsuit on the button. My story voice is continuing throughout the hand. Zmart limps. Zuber checks. And we, on the button, are going to raise it up to 60. With King 9 offsuit. Hoping to take down the pot right here and right now. But instead, we get 1 caller, 2 callers, 3 callers, and we hit top pair. We're not looking at King Queen. We're not looking at King 4. We are looking, possibly, at pocket 4s. Pocket 4s is very possible here. The pot is 5-10. He checks. We check. We pick up a 2 pair. And Zmart bets. $6.90. My 2 pair is not good here. We're gonna fold my 2 pair. It's very sad. Zmart doesn't do it. It's very unfortunate. Pocket 4s. It's pocket 4s. Anyway, back to the story. Lord Varric went all in, his eyes burning with ambition. Lady Sillin matched him, her laughter echoing with otherworldly music. The silent stranger simply nodded, sliding all their chips forward. Mira hesitated, feeling the weight of her father's deck in her hands. She called. The dealer turned the river card. The Fate's Joker. A hush fell. Lord Varric's hand burst into flames, an illusion burned away by the Joker's magic. Lady Sillin's cards dissolved into mist. The silent stranger's cards turned to silver dust. Mira's hand, glowing with moonlight and starlight, was untouched. The dealer smiled, and the wish was hers. Mira could have wished for power, riches, or immortality. Instead, she whispered, "I wish to know what became of my father." The dealer nodded. A vision unfolded. Her father, a champion of a past arcane deal, had sacrificed his wish to save Mira as a child. He watched over her still from the veil. Mira left the table, her heart full, not with gold, but with answers. And the knowledge that sometimes the greatest gamble is for love. Speaking of love, we love to see Ace King off suit. Zmart limps as per usual. And we're going to 40 in middle position. And we get 1 caller and folds to Zmart. He's going to call because he always calls. If he limps, he's calls. That's the rule. We're going to check it over to Carney.
Let's bet 40 here. He calls. C-Mart. Raises. We're gonna fold. Z-Mart is really hitting some stuff.